Today on Plug and Play and Review, we're checking out the 2008 Jakks Pacific release of Power Rangers to the Rescue.
The Power Rangers team is in danger. Choose your favorite ranger to take down the Putty Patrol goons and dastardly villains. Unleash each ranger's unique power as you fight to rescue your teammates in this multi-level action game.
Power Ranger games are pretty much a toss-up between beat-em-ups and fighting games. There are a few oddball releases in there like the Super Nintendo Battle Racers, the PlayStation Full Tilt Battle Pinball, and the Sega CD Interactive Episode game. However, To the Rescue is a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Oh, and by the way, nowhere in the game or on the controller does it actually say To the Rescue. You'd only know that was the name of it if you saw the box. With Jakks Pacific, you're usually guaranteed to get a good-looking controller. The question is, how functional and comfortable will it be? Are you going to get a Mortal Kombat arcade design or a Scooby-Doo mystery machine? This controller is a convertible style where it looks like the Mighty Morphin era Red Ranger's helmet, but flip up the visor to expose the joystick and buttons. I personally think that the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers have the best looking helmet designs, so it was smart to use that era here. Compared to the Ninja Turtles controller that I've shown before, the button quality and placement is better this time around. However, the system itself is pretty small and the layout feels cramped. Despite that, you're not going to have any problems doing multi-button inputs. There's another Power Rangers plug and play that has an NES style controller design that I think would have been a better fit for this. One thing that makes To the Rescue feel especially clunky is despite having an 8-way joystick, your character can only move in 4 directions. So there are 3 games: Rescue Mode, Survival Mode, and Boss Battle. The first 2 can be played immediately, but the Boss Battle won't unlock until the Rescue Mode has been completed. You have your basic moveset here like punching, kicking, jumping, and dodging, but there's some additional attacks like a flurry punch, a flurry kick, and an uppercut. The uppercut will probably become your primary attack since it can stun multiple enemies at once, opening them up for a knockout afterwards. It can also be used to throw stunned enemies into others and deflect incoming spells. The thing that makes the uppercut and directional dodges a bit annoying to pull off is that they need to be deliberately done. Pressing punch while moving up won't do an uppercut, it'll just do a normal punch. You have to stop and press the 2 buttons simultaneously. If you've ever played a Souls game, it's the same difference as walking and attacking versus pushing or kicking. Same buttons, but it matters how they're pressed. There are 4 meters to keep an eye on while you play, and they're all very clear and easy to read. Your health meter is on top, your lives are below it. If you have a weapon available, your ammo is below that. And to the left, there's a circle around your ranger's helmet that changes colors to indicate if your special attack is charged. Press B and C together and you pull out a weapon if you have one, and press A and B together to use your ranger's unique special attack if charged. Rescue Mode has you saving the other rangers one by one, finish a level and pick the next to free. Design-wise, the rangers are all just palette swaps of each other, and there are no pre-morphed characters like some previous entries had, but they do have unique weapons and special attacks. There are 5 levels to make your way through with 4 bosses: Rita Repulsa, who you will fight twice, Korag from the Mystic Force era, General Havoc from the Turbo era, and Lord Zed. General Havoc is the only boss that you might have a bit of difficulty with. You get 3 lives to finish, and health tokens will be randomly dropped by enemies. If you die at any point, you'll respawn immediately and won't have to play through the entire level again. Next is Survival Mode, and it can be summed up in a single sentence: defeat 80 Putty Patrol henchmen in the fastest possible time for the highest score. And finally, the Boss Battle. Even though the box says there are 5 action-packed rounds, there's actually only 4. Since Rita Repulsa was the boss of level 1 and 4 in Rescue Mode, and you're only fighting everyone here a single time. Anyway, they're the same bosses you've seen before, nothing new except now you can fight them back to back. Not a whole lot of value added to the package, but a boss rush is always fun to run through at least once. After you've completed the 3 modes, you've seen it all. The whole thing can be finished in less than 45 minutes. The Jakks Pacific mantra of no console required to play is one that's kind of flopped over the years. To the Rescue is a smaller version of a Power Rangers game that's unfortunately locked to a single device that requires a TV. The real positive of a physical version existing is that it can't just disappear into the ether like some other digital games have done over the years. It's fine for pocket-sized content, and if I had this when I was a kid, I know I would have loved it. As far as portable Power Ranger games go, there have been over a dozen released across multiple eras of the series from 1994 to 2014. Even though their quality varies, they can be played anywhere, and the Game Boy Advance is capable of playing 9 of them. If you're a collector, then this will look great on a shelf next to some figures after finishing it, but if you're just looking for the best Power Rangers game to play, I still think it's the original Super Nintendo one. Next time on Plug and Play and Review, we're taking a look at the Batman. Stay nerdy. I'm out.
Getting your nerd on, getting your nerd on, getting your nerd on.
I got a raging nerd on.